nice. Yeah. Oh, very nice. Okay. Oh, well, Dad, what are you doing up here?
We insulated everything.
The insulation is nice. I'm talking about the big hole over there.
Oh, we need to let airflow up here so you don't get sick from the smell.
Ah, that's what it is. Okay.
Yep, went right through it. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Dad.
We kind of got off track a little bit.
Yeah, we kind of veered off for a little bit there. Fell off the saddle there.
You know, one of the things we've been trying to figure out is what's the point of these videos?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we don't know that yet.
No. We're learning as we go.
Yeah, we're still thinking about it.
Yeah.
Cool thing is we don't have to have a focus, but if you have a focus, it's like in a personal goal in your own life or anybody, a business, anything. If you have a goal, they call it a BHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal. You ever heard that?
I've never heard of that one.
Big hag. So everybody needs a big hag, a BHAG. You do. You need a BHAG, right?
Yeah.
Because then think of that as the top of the mountain, right? You may never get to the top of the mountain, but you got to have a reason to go up the mountain because it's not easy to go up the mountain. So if you have the goal, that's the vision. The vision is top of the mountain. That's what we want to get to. So we don't have a vision for the channel yet. So we're not headed to the top of the mountain. We're kind of going around the mountain trying to figure out where the top is. But if you have that goal, then what you do is you have, we're kind of getting off track here.
Yeah.
But if you do that though, if you have your vision, and then what you have is you have your mission. And your mission is what drives you. That's like, this is what we're going to do. So our mission actually it's changing a little bit, was to find a place where we could all live together.
Yeah.
Where we could get out in the woods, kind of away from the population. Where we could build something so that if the world all fell apart, that we would have something. And then we had specific pieces to that, like woods and water and land and proximity to an airport and things like that.
Yeah.
So we accomplished that mission.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and then once we got here, our mission changed a bit and said, okay, now we've got that thing. We're going to build it to this, and we've almost accomplished that. We're almost off grid. We've got the garden, we got the chickens, we got tools going, we got the basement finished now, almost.
Got solar.
Got solar panels. So now we're kind of going through a reassessment in what we were doing. And a lot of our early videos that a lot of people liked were all about those projects that we were doing, those individual projects.
Yeah.
But the projects were getting longer and longer and taking longer. Like the basement took
4 months.
Oh, easily, right? And so it's hard to make a video when we're putting out little pieces every week. It's hard to make a video that's focused on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like the front porch. The front porch, we that kind of evolved. We weren't going to take off the whole front porch, and one day we ripped it off, right? So that video then became scattered and not focused, and then we messed up. We were told, Dave. We were told that we forgot the best part of the video, which is putting the roof up. If you saw that video, we didn't video ourselves actually putting the roof up.
That was awful though, because I mean, all of us were just holding the roof up, trying to get it up. Nobody had a hand to be able to film any of it. So
that's why we have tripods.
Yeah, that's very true.
We just didn't put a camera out.
That's also true.
Because like when I work a lot, I work. I don't think about cameras. I'm not a camera guy. I'm a work guy, so I don't think about it. So our videos have not been as focused as we want them to be.
Yeah.
And I think part of that is because we aren't as focused as we want to be about what we want to video.
Yeah.
And then what are the videos supposed to be doing? So we're going through that right now with our video guy, our camera guy. We're gonna life is changing here because now that the the basement's done, the plan was the editing guy was gonna rent the basement.
Yeah.
And move in and now start filming more. So we hope that now that the mother-in-law, Sally, hope you had a good time. The mother-in-law is gone. Not that kind of gone, just went home. now that she's gone, then we can get that going and hopefully make that focus.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what have we been up to? Christmas is over, the holidays over. What have we been up to?
The holidays aren't over.
That's true. New Year's right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Yeah.
Sunday. So, we are going to. Well, let's think. So one of the things we talked about a lot is the pool, the natural swimming pool.
Ooh, so excited for that.
It is. That's going to be pretty cool. So we started that 3 or 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know that if we want to include it, we might include some of that in this week's video. Mm-hmm. So what we're doing now is we're going to try to sit down every week, the two of us, and discuss what we've done, so that if we miss videoing it, at least we can talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And we haven't figured out yet whether it's better to sit in the front of the week or the back of the week.
I think the back of the week to recap the things that we've done, but also I think it's just a mixture of the two, right? We talk about what we've done and also our plans moving forward for the future. So I think it's a mixture of both. Talking about, for example, the pool, right? So when we first started, it was this island that had all these pine trees on it, had all this debris on it, and it hasn't really been cleaned. Hey, you can't steal the cat's toys.
Yeah, Mo's got cat's mouse. Mo.
Leave
you
it
get your
alone.
own toys.
Yeah. And so we've cleared all that out, knocked all the pine trees down. We mulched all of the leaves right there just recently.
Okay, so let's stick with the pool, and then we'll move to the leaves.
That's what I'm getting to.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the pool.
Oh, okay.
This is going up because
gotcha.
we're mulching all the leaves to clear the space for the pool.
So there was a lot of leaves.
There's a lot of leaves.
Because we've been
There's
blowing
a lot of trees.
We've been blowing. So we have an island, video guy. We have an island where our driveway goes around it, and that island when we got here was covered with ivy.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Oh, it was the tree. It was growing up the trees. There was ivy, and there was 18 pretty big pine trees in there.
Yeah.
And we've taken out 14 of them.
They're in the basement now.
Right, cut up, and they're in the basement. There's
We'll never
14
find
of
them.
them. There's some piles over there too, but we still got 5 more to go. And I keep thinking, we really want to get to those. But we've taken those out and cleared the area for the pool. We've graded it.
Yep.
But all fall, we were blowing the leaves up into the island.
Yep.
So we mulched all the leaves from the other side of the house. We mulched all the leaves in the garden. And then yesterday, it took us like 3 hours. Mm-hmm. We mulched all the leaves from there and cleared it all out.
Yeah. Why are we mulching the leaves?
Aha, that's a good question. Because there's a lot of them, and we can shrink them down into little bitty pieces. And we get in those little bitty pieces, they turn into dirt much faster. Mm-hmm. So we take all the mulched leaves, and we put them in the garden, on top of the garden. And over the winter, those will settle down and become dirt.
Yeah.
Very good dirt.
One thing, Mo's getting his toys now.
Tennis ball.
One of the things that I never really considered, but it's becoming more apparent now, is when you grow crops, well, the nutrition from the crops comes from the ground. If you always are planting in the same spot, it absorbs all the nutrition out of the ground, and then the ground has no nutrition in it.
Correct.
So during the winter, when we're not having any crops, we have to put that nutrition back into it through putting leaves, compost, ash, all those kinds of things in it.
So why do the leaves, why does that put stuff back in there?
Well, because the leaves have nutrition in it.
From what?
From what's it called from the sun.
From
Yeah,
the sun,
obviously.
right? So the leaves are the product of the sun, basically. They pull all the nutrients out of the ground too, and they go up into the leaves. So that when the leaves die and then they rot, that's putting the sun, which made everything grow, back into the garden.
Yeah.
That's what that's for. But we also put ash from the furnace. Mm-hmm. Actually, we have 3 fireplaces. We put all the ash from there out there. We put all the organics from the food. We put all of our organic stuff in there too. So the garden should be good next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So we got the pool going on. So we're going to start soon. I hope today or tomorrow. I'm going to grade and level and draw out what the pool is going to look like.
Very cool.
And
very
then hopefully
exciting.
within a week or 2 we'll start
Yep.
digging.
During the winter time, when it was a little too cold to go outside, we we worked on the attic to make that a gym, because we never really had, the gym has been kind of moved around. First it was in the basement, then it was outside, now it was all over the place. So now hopefully we can find more of a permanent location for the gym,
Yep.
which was a very cool process, and we were able to do that because of all the insulation that we put in.
One of the last big projects was to foam insulation the whole attic.
It looks cool up there.
It does
now.
look cool.
It's really interesting.
And so what happened there is because what you do is normally a house breathes and the air, all like hot air, rises up through the attic, and then you have attic fans, and in the summer the fans pull the air out.
Yeah.
Well, They also pull out extra humidity like that. But when you foam everything, you're actually foaming in everything so that there's no airflow. So you have to take all the insulation out of the ceiling so that all the air can breathe, so everything can go back and forth. But now it means that there's only a couple of degrees difference, summer and winter, between the attic and all the rest of the house. So that enabled us to, we had to go up there and put the wires down because they were all laid across the rafters. We had to route out holes for the wires and lay all the boards and everything. So yeah, so that's almost done up there. That's pretty cool. So we got the hole from this morning, a little accident. And I think we decided we're gonna put a piece of nice plywood up there with a new light. We don't like that old light anyway. So we're gonna stain a piece of Luan plywood, cut it up there, put it up there with a new light. It'll look a lot better. A noise going on up here. What's going on up here? Oh, it's Ryan. What are you doing?
I'm taking up all the flooring so we can move it over here.
Hey, what's all that stuff on top of your head there?
It's snow.
It's cold enough to snow, isn't it?
It is.
So, we got insulation. Blown in insulation. And we're up in the attic and it's hot up here. It's warm up here. See, nice soft foam. Open cell foam, so water can come through it if it needs to. Air can move just a little bit, but not enough to stop the insulation. So that used to be a attic exhaust fan right there. Now it's all foam right over the screen. So Ryan's been doing weights outside, except he's not doing weights outside.
It's cold.
Yeah, he'll go bathe outside in the ice bath, but he won't lift weights. So we're going to fix this. We're going to put flooring down all right there. And I went and bought flooring yesterday, but it's not right kind of flooring. Let's get her done. Part of what that was is we found plywood that the lumberyard had already cut up sheets of plywood because you can't get a sheet of plywood up there.
Yeah.
So I bought I think it was like 10 sheets of plywood all cut up. So what's that? That's 60 sheets, 60 pieces of plywood. So we put some up there, then we put the rest down in the shop. So I've been working in the shop, putting that plywood up. I insulated with the old insulation from the attic, and then I've been putting all that plywood up in the shop.
A little cold in your shop?
It was cold. It was like 4 the other day when it got. We had a pretty brutal, like everybody else. We had a pretty brutal Christmas. So it was 4 degrees. It's kind of hard to work in there when it's
a little chilly, a little bit chilly.
Yep. So we've got the Takeuchi. We bought the skid steer. Made an investment in that, which has helped with a grapnel picking up. We picked up all the brush piles, got all those cleaned up. Looks much better down there. One of the things we have to do is all the cutoffs from the lumber yard from the milling are in a big pile right over there. We need to get those up or burn them, and so our neighbor up the hill, who we bought the bad boy from, does an annual party for his old Atlanta Journal-Constitution friends. So we're going to take the dump truck over there and the skid loader, and we're going to take that pile, put it in the dump truck, and take it up to him and dump it for his fire.
Oh boy, that's a big fire.
Yeah, he'll have a lot of wood.
That's a big fire.
And I don't really want to burn it over there. That's a lot of burning.
That's a lot. That's a big pit that has been there.
Let's see what else. Of course, we've finished with the porch now, so I think we ought to do we'll make a separate video on maybe doing the whole porch from start to finish.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool. What else?
I think that's about it.
No, it can't be. It got to be much more stuff.
I mean, there's things here and there.
We were doing all the window activators and latches and handles and all that, trying to get the windows all fixed because they've been let go for years and years and years.
We got the Jeep.
Ryan updated from upgraded a little bit.
A little bit.
You've had the Subaru for a while.
Yeah,
though.
I had this little sports car for 4 or 5 years now. First car that I had.
I couldn't even get in and out of it.
Every time,
It's like you put your butt on the ground, and then you slide your butt over. And you slide your butt over in the car, right? That's like crazy. So now you have to climb up.
Yeah,
In fact, we've ordered running boards for it.
my
to help
dear
you.
grandmother couldn't get into the car.
Yeah, I gave her the ladder so she could.
That was probably a good idea.
Yeah.
One of the reasons we wanted to get a Jeep is just because we're out here, we're kind of more off grid, being able to have something that easily can go back up in the mountains if need be, something that can tow, something that is more of a utility, something that can actually fit 4 people.
Right, and a dog.
And a dog, so we can have more people in it.
Yep, yep.
So
So that's good.
So that was that.
Yep. So if anybody wants to buy a nice BRX Subaru, just hit us up. We got it for sale.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So let's see. Anything else? I can't think of anything right off the bat. I'm sure there's. other
Mom's
stuff.
gone, so we have to cook our own food, which is not great. We tried to make rice last night. I tried to make rice. Rice is hard.
Yeah, it's water and rice. It's difficult.
But I think that's about it for this week.
Yeah,
So
I think so too. So
thank you guys for watching.
yeah, what we need is we need comments. We need people to tell us what they want to see. But we would appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe. button.
Yeah, and the bell.
The bell,
The bell.
all that stuff. Because we really are trying to grow the channel so
Yeah.
we can make it worthwhile us doing it.
Yes, sir.
And we'll figure out our goals and visions and missions and
So thanks for sticking with us as we
Appreciate
figure
it.
out what we're doing.
Yep.
Love you guys. See you later.
ciao.